Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to make sure you know all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on all new episodes of Wade's World, Boob Windows and Long Boxes, our Hard R movie reviews, and so much more, all completely uncensored. Access starts for as little as $1 a month, full videos when you pledge $3 a month. Check us out at the link in all of our show notes, or just go straight to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Parrott, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast.
I love Batman.
Poor Ray.
Who doesn't love the Batman? And that's what
He loves Bat God specifically.
And that's what DC Comics is counting on, kids. But welcome back to another episode of We Are the Knights,
The Batman Podcast.
I am Phil. Joining me, as always, the girl wonder herself. It is. No?
It is Will Hellfire, the Death Angel of Gotham.
I was just thinking trying to the Catwoman metaphor. She was no stranger to whips. It is.
I don't have a problem with zippers, though, so I can't be Talia. My belly button hasn't seen sunshine in like 3 years.
Catwoman, she seems to have mastered most of the time getting that zipper up, even though sometimes
I don't like air holes on under my underarms either, though. That point, just wear a halter top.
I mean, that 90s Jim Bowen Catwoman, how did she get her thing zipped? I mean, come on.
I think that's super glue and duct tape. That's just me.
Oh, my. All right, kids. So, hopefully you've listened to Comic Capers episode 120, part 1 of our Armageddon 2001 crossover. But now it's time for part 2.
Phil, I was going to say so close. And I'm like, wait a minute. No, that's 300 episodes.
What?
420.
Oh, okay. See, when you say that, my mind automatically goes to 69. I was like, wait a minute, this is 69. Okay. Yes, kids. So, Armageddon 2001. So, you think it's no coincidence that they started with the biggest two, right? Because the first annual was Superman, the second one's Batman. They had to come out of the gate strong.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, sales has better, usually, especially in the 90s, have way better synergy than the Marvel could ever dream of.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of like, you know, we'll put some Batman, Superman at the beginning, somewhat towards the end. You know, we'll fill the middle with those other ones.
I mean, there's like 3 Superman books and 2 Batman books, so and 2 Justice League books. So I mean,
I know, basically, yeah. The only other people are.
And then Hawk World, like I swear.
Well, we do. Well, in part 3, we will get a Flash one too.
Yeah.
At least we get Flash. That's what we talked about in part 1. It's like, yeah, half the, the big 7 are missing, but yeah, at least we get some Flash. Which I believe, I think it's a Mark Waid before he jumped on the regular series. So.
Oh. Well, at least John Costanza's back to do some lettering for this issue.
That's right. All right. So should we dive into this? Because we do have a few new bad books to cover too.
Yep, let's do it.
All right, kids. So part 2, Armageddon 2001, Batman Annual 15 from June 1991. So a month after part 1. Wow. The title, The Last Batman Story.
You're right.
DC's like, over our dead bodies.
Cold, hard, dead bodies. Yes. He thought I was going to say something else, but cold, wet, hard nipples. Oh, what a waste of butter.
Anyway, while stopping a random crime, Batman is touched by Wave Ride.
Touched by an angel.
So basically, think about this. This whole crossover is predicated on a time-traveling molester.
I mean, only creeps would actually want to go back in time and change stuff anyway, so.
Oh, again, he's doing the Marty McFly, man. He's going to change his family. I mean, I guess, he's I guess he's an intellectual scientist. It's like, okay, I might mess up my family, but hey, it'll save the world.
He had nothing to lose, as I stated previously. He didn't like his family. He had nothing to lose.
And again,
Everything to gain.
And again, you can always say too, it's like, okay, well, if we don't end up, at least if
he's a time remnant, it's fine.
I know. All these random timelines are always still there. You just create a new timeline.
Exactly. Just branches off.
Exactly. I'm just gonna go to the clean, happy timeline. Well, stopping a random crime, Batman is touched by Wave Rider, who uses his powers to look into the future of Batman.
Oh, no, wait. Just to catch you up. You know what's worse? You go back to your timeline and you look in the mirror and you have the goatee. You're the evil one now.
We're doing me now?
Okay, carry on.
All right. Oh, but it's not even in the synopsis. But yeah, the issue opens up with Batman just being like, oh, I'm getting older, but crime just keeps marching on.
That's when Batman Beyond comes in.
That's why you got 20 sidekicks. Dick's not back yet, but you got Tim and you're gonna
Cassie and
you're not even hearing. Yeah, but
Carrie.
Next couple of years, you're gonna accumulate a lot of
I'm a loner. No, you're not. You got 30. You got a 30 orphan army back there, buddy.
That's the thing with DC. It's like, yeah, Batman's supposed to be this dark loner, but he's our best-selling thing right now. So we want to spin out as much as we can off of Batman. So
the consequences of capitalism.
Hey man, Batman Inc. Man, he's a billionaire.
Zach, bring back Batman Inc. Bring it back.
So the Dark Knight witnesses how he will turn himself into the authorities after killing the Penguin, and he is found guilty of murdering many of his other enemies.
Finally, where he's not so crazy, he's doing the actual same thing of nipping it in the bud.
Whoa.
Just saying, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
Arkham is a revolving door. That's not solving anything.
Yes, but now isn't he as bad if he did kill them? Wouldn't he be as bad as the rest of them?
Wonder Woman kills most of her enemies. She don't have these problems. That's all I'm saying.
That's true. Eventually, the truth comes out, and it is revealed that, of course, the Joker was behind it all, and he kills himself in the final confrontation with Batman.
Two lovers having an old squabble. What's new?
I'll never be your boo.
Jim Gordon's just in the corner going, yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. Just watching in the corner. But yeah, so back in the present, Wave Rider explains that he needed to look into Batman's future as to make sure he is not the hero who would become a tyrant known as Monarch. After revealing,
but he's the most likely guy, though, to be honest. If it's not him, it's Lex Luthor.
This should have been the first stop. Yeah, it's like the person.
Although Superman has all that power, and if you kill Lois, everybody knows if you kill Lois, it's over.
But again, too, it's like, yeah, but Monarch's wearing armor. Except to disguise himself, Superman isn't going to need no armor unless he loses his powers. Batman, think about it.
Or maybe it's to amplify the sun rays. You ever think about that?
Oh, maybe, yeah. But I'm just saying, Batman has no power, so maybe he gives himself an Iron Man-like suit. Because Monarch, we see Monarch repulsor blasts out of his hands. So, yes, but
plus Superman does get old. We've seen those stories. So,
his powers are dipping down in Superman.
And we're so our Earth is so polluted and stuff. Are you even going to be able to cut through get to the sun rays at this point?
True. Oh yeah, speaking of Superman and the Authority, issue 4 came out, and I'm completely confused if this is in continuity now or not. So.
Secret, it's not.
He's going to War World. I'm like, isn't he doing that in the regular continuity? I'm like, what the hell's going on?
It's a very similar timeline, but not the same, Philip. There's one little small difference that you don't notice, okay?
How funny would that be?
They actually have toilets and prisons in DC on that universe. In that universe.
But it even says at the end, it's like, check out his adventure on War World and Action Comics. I'm like, isn't that the other? I don't know. How funny would that be if they did that story and like 20 Supermans showed up?
Ain't nobody got time for that in 2021, Philip. We've been there and done that, and nobody liked it.
Man, we really hurt those multiversal walls, didn't we?
Hey-oh!
We really effed it, didn't we? After revealing the truth to Batman, Wave Rider leaves, and the Dark Knight finds comfort in knowing that time is on his side.
Are we sure?
Okay, maybe I get framed for killing a bunch of guys, but I'm still be out here fighting crime in 10 years. Okay.
No, don't actually murder anyone.
Murder.
Judas.
But yeah, I mean, so what did you think? Because like the synopsis didn't even go into a bunch of things. Like I guess Tim is like, what is he, a senator now? Or congressman?
He did. Tim, if you don't remember, did actually come from money. So for me, that makes sense.
Oh yeah, especially this era. Yeah, he did come from. Yeah, his parents are basically Bruce Wayne's. So yeah, he comes from money. It makes sense. Of course it would. You know, and then if he gets sick of the never-ending battle, it's just like, oh hey, I'll just go in the government. But yeah, I mean, this is interesting. Again, it's a murder mystery. It's like, is Batman really killing these people?
I think it would have been a better plot twist if he actually was.
Ooh.
Because like time would take a toll on him, as we've like as a fan of Batman Beyond,
Picking up that gun.
Yeah, it makes sense. You get older and you realize, and as much as Batman means him, it's literally his singular identity. If we're being honest.
I mean, it's a possible future. It's one of many possible futures that are never going to come about. So, I mean, yeah, they could have done it, but do you think maybe was it an editorial thing where it's like,
of course,
it's like,
Batman doesn't kill,
not even in
unless it's the Snyderverse,
not even in an alternate future. We can't have them do this. We have too many merchandise out there. The kids, think of the kids.
Think of the children.
Because again, this is 91, so this is school.
Oh yeah, you had to remember the 90s were wild, but they weren't that wild.
No,
they had to have like a Black Label book for it to be super wild.
And it's between Batman and Batman Returns. The animated series is still a year from coming out. So,
oh, that is true. They can't do anything risky at this point with the cartoon coming out. So
yeah, no toys, and yeah, no, they can't.
The movie, I think that's why Batman, the other guy, that's why it went so like corny and cartoony.
Oh, okay.
They had to turn that route from the Tim Burton thing. I think the more that I think about it, and the business practices of DC at the time.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, if you read the script's not that bad. It's the actual execution of the script that is just so cringe.
Yeah.
And the need for the toys and everything, So you have to write around that as well.
Oh, Batman Forever and Batman and Robin are going to be on our list for next year. Don't you worry.
Obviously.
Oh, those two.
Obviously.
I think those two need to go head to head. Yeah.
Oof.
And they're all on HBO Max.
Can we get a sponsorship for our bracket?
Come on, kids. You know you're doing more Batman stuff. I mean, they're doing that, I guess a Penguin prequel series on there, the spin out of that movie.
What?
Yeah.
Is it confirmed or just in talks?
I'm pretty sure it's confirmed, but...
Oh, yeah, I do remember that, because I said Colin Farrell would do anything for a shekel now. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, exactly. Because how original, a TV series that shows us the origins of the Penguin.
It's like, can't we call Corey? I mean, honestly, if we're going to do a Penguin origin... Well, we already did a Penguin origin story, actually.
Well, I guess, I mean, I don't know how far back they're going, and I heard Kevin Smith talking about it. I as of this moment, I guess, I don't know if Colin Farrell is confirmed. I don't think they have anyone.
Maybe that's why they made the makeup look like Richard Kind. They can just call Richard Kind.
Oh, my. Well, if it's a prequel, I mean, maybe Corey could do it, but I don't know.
I mean, Robin. Why did I say Corey? I was thinking of freaking the Riddler, but it's Robin Lord Taylor. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Robin Lord Taylor.
But he's busy actually he's blown up since Gotham's gone off the air. He's been in a lot of stuff. So.
Oh, he did such good things with that character, and yeah, it's
definitive at this point.
Did a lot for his career. I mean,
yeah, that's like one of his definitive roles. So it's gonna be kind of hard, and I don't know who is actually still a Colin Farrell fan.
Yeah, but Taylor, man, I think if anyone remembers anyone from that show, it's him.
Definitely.
He stole the show. Remember, it was supposed to be a Jim Gordon show.
Everybody stole the show from freaking the Jim Gordon character.
Yeah, but in his defense, it's like, I mean,
they didn't know what they actually wanted to be. Like that original script.
You can't.
It should, like, if they would have waited to put Gotham on HBO Max, that would have been a completely different show, because now, of course, they're doing the actual pitch of GCPD.
Yeah.
You see.
But again, with Gordon, especially like a prequel Gordon, you really can't go too nuts with him, though.
which is why I'm saying it should have stuck as the GCPD is like where Batman's just off on the fringes, but we're still dealing with the fallout of his actions, you know.
Yeah.
So
okay, I know we got a bunch of books to get to, but did you watch the season 3 premiere of Batwoman? No. Well, we did get the first appearance of Victoria Cartagena as Renee Montoya again.
oh, that's right. So since everybody's a lesbian on that show, any sparks? Because it's the CW. Everybody's bisexual, pansexual, but yeah, we have no ace representation. Looking at you, Jughead Riverdale.
No, she's
It's
basically blackmailing Batwoman to help her catch the rogues and stuff.
You think she's going to be questioned? Has there been hints about that in the internet? I didn't watch anything about I haven't been watching anything about Batwoman. So.
I think she's basic. I mean, she's still in the.
She's just Renee Montoya.
Again, she's blackmailing Batwoman to help her catch the rogues because we got a new Mad Hatter in the first episode, and because guess what, Alice told Montoya who Batwoman is.
Of course she did.
Yeah, so.
And that's why we kill people that know our identities. Come on, learn from Oliver. If you learn, it's in the Arrowverse. If you learn one thing, learn. Nobody can know your secret.
And I don't know if they were doing a subtle nod to the Gotham series because you're welcome, Rob. Because they were, there was at least one or two comments thrown out like, oh, this isn't going to be, things are going to be done differently around here. This isn't going to be Gordon's Gotham,
Oh my.
Or how things were done in Gordon's time.
Burn.
I know.
You wish you were as good as Gotham Batwoman. Just saying.
Oh my.
Batwoman is an absolute travesty. I had so many hopes for it, but last season, it's fine.
You think they're going to get a little boost because she's going to be one of the characters in that Armageddon crossover?
Too little, too late. Supergirl's going to be gone, and maybe we'll actually get some more muscle and meat back into the superhero genre on CW. No offense.
Oh my.
No offense.
I need some muscle and some meat.
Hey-oh.
Men in tights. That's what I watch superhero shows for. If I want to watch a good female lead character, I'll watch a drama. Thank you very much. Joe Manganiello can get it. Just saying. CW has been absolutely terrible for female superheroes.
I don't even recognize the Legends anymore.
I don't even know what Legends is. They tell me that it was Legends that show used to be good.
Although, did you see? I guess they're bringing back a bunch of people for the 100th episode.
God, it made it to 100 episodes, and there are only 13 episodes. Oh my god!
Well, they're on season 7, so.
Oh god, I feel old now.
I know.
It's like, how long has Arrow been out the air? What is time?
Well, that's the other thing I was thinking. So Flash pretty soon here is going to be the longest running Arrowverse show because it's on season 8. So if once they get past 10 episodes this season, they're going to be the longest running thing.
So rude. So rude.
Hey, Mel could have got a full season. He didn't want to.
No. Maybe one day he'll go on that Michael Rosenbaum podcast and actually tell the truth about what happened. It's not my place to say what happened. So.
Oh.
It's not my place. It's not my place. This is not a Tom. I will just say that it's not a Tom Welling situation. Okay.
Come on, Lilith. We need to make internet.
It's not my place. But if you watch him on TikTok, he is going. I don't want to diagnose anybody through just watching them on their social media, but he is going through a bit of a manic stage. It seems like so. We might actually get some tea. He might actually have to write a book or go on a talk show any day now. So maybe fingers crossed. We learn the truth
first on that plane, sir.
And he's not coming back for a farewell to say, I'm just saying, he's not welcome back to if say the Flash does go off the air this season or next season, he's not welcome back to make an appearance, I hear. So it's just all very interesting.
Good thing they killed him off.
But did they?
I mean, if they wanted to, they could bring him back. But I mean, the way they did it, yeah, at this point.
Doesn't that, all he did for that the whole network as a whole It's just, and then they tried to rebrand it as the CW. I'm just saying, you have to think these things are things that are going on.
He must be problematic because they would love to like splash that headline all over the place. He's back. Green Arrow's back.
And remember, not too long ago, when the pandemic first started, he offered to come back because nobody could really get into Canada. He was already there, and they passed on it.
Oh,
it would have stopped all those delays for sure. So I just want to hear the real. I just want him to tell the real story. That's all.
Well, is that the reason why we're getting certain characters we're getting in the Armageddon thing? Because it's like Black Lightning doesn't have a regular show right now. Well, Batwoman does, but like,
barely.
Alex from Supergirl's on there, but they're probably done filming all that by now. So
yeah,
Mia Queen. Oh, that's the other thing, man. Could they have had Stephen Amell be like, nah, we'll do the daughter. That's fine.
Hello.
Okay, I see.
That's what really got me to digging, actually, when I saw that he wasn't coming back for that. And I go, wait a minute. They're supposedly on good terms. And then I started reading some of the not so savory websites of rumors and stuff. I was like, oh, okay. Maybe he'll tell the story one day. Maybe.
Yeah, do it. Come here and do it. Make us famous. Suck it, Kevin Smith.
Anywho, yeah, let's get into these 11 Bat books.
11?
Batman adjacent Bat books, should I say?
I don't know if I have 11, but all right. I know. Well,
I told you what is the Titans one is tangential, but
okay. I still don't think I have 11 with that. All right, but let's get into this. All right, let's start at the bottom. I am
the bottom. Take your pick, sir.
I am Batman number 2.
Oh, you're right about that. Hold on, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Future State 5, 6, 7, 8 with Pennyworth, 9 Batman, Scooby, Joker 10. Yeah, if you count Titans, it's 11. It's 10 main Bat related books. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that is the bottom of the barrel.
So what are we doing here? It's like it's supposedly part of Fear State, but it's like what he's not going to play with anyone else. It's just like, yeah, screw the rest of the Bat family.
Basically.
And is he going to like keep the legend of Batman alive when Bruce leaves town?
Jace Fox needs to go take a long walk off a short pier.
Oh,
I just don't get it. He's not very dynamic. No shade to John Ridley, who is the writer. I like the artwork for the most part. So good on you, Stefan Segovia. But like, the villain sucks. He sucks.
I know. It's just
what? Why should I be spending $4 on this book again?
It's like, we're 3 issues in if you count number 0. It's like, shouldn't there have been that moment where it's like, okay, this is what this character is, or this is why I should be buying this. We haven't had that big moment yet.
Exactly. And like, look, listen, I'm all for commentary on extremism, especially in this day and age, especially in 2021. But it's not subtle. It comes down like a straight up anvil on your head. And John Ridley, he can do better than this. Like, I don't know. I don't know that this is the theme that we should be doing. I think it might go over a lot of people's heads. Like, that's just not what you come to a Batman book for the most part, especially in 2021, especially a tertiary Batman character.
Do you think
tertiary?
Do you think he's kind of hindered? Maybe there's certain rules because he is playing in their cash cows world right now.
Oh, absolutely. And that's another thing. It's like, should just give it to the other Fox brother.
Exactly.
I think that it wouldn't have as many restrictions. Because at the end of the day, we all know this isn't actually going to matter. And I think that that's the biggest problem for me.
And I'm sorry. I know, it's a horrible thing, but it's like, so his big trauma in the past was he was texting while driving?
Who are you, Dr. Strange?
Oh.
I mean, did they get money for a PSA to write that? Like, I don't know. Don't they have automatic cars that drive themselves? I mean, literally, a Toyota can drive itself now. So why are you driving and texting?
Yeah, but it was how many years ago? So I don't know. Maybe they'll say it was before the self-driving cars or.
I mean, they've been out for about 10 years now at this point.
Doesn't he come for money? Every rich brat, don't they have their own driver?
Thank you. Just doesn't make sense, bro. I mean, I guess he's the redheaded stepchild of the Fox brothers. Maybe he got booted out. Who knows?
Yes, but but again, we say this every time, but it's like, yeah, why wouldn't you make Luke? I mean, branding, he's on Batwoman right now. It's like, why wouldn't you?
And again, maybe that's why they actually couldn't use him. I don't know.
Oh.
Like when the Suicide Squad decided they were going to be a movie and they took it away from Arrow, even though Arrow did it better. There, I said it.
I mean, you could speak to this better than me, but doesn't it seem cringeworthy where it's like, oh no, we had to basically create a new Fox brother who's, has like a troubled past and, it couldn't be the successful, smart Fox brother. We had to have
DC just writes itself into a corner to make the people that they're supposedly reaching out to hate them. I mean, like, look at Cyborg. He's just down to a catchphrase, booyah at this point, right?
Well, I think I know they wanted to do the probably merchandising and everything, but it's like, I think it was a real misstep when they put him in the league. I mean, if you wanted to eventually have,
and they still don't have merch for him. I have like one T-shirt.
I know. Well, they
two T-shirts. Excuse me.
Well, they kind of wiped that away because now they're putting him back in the league. But it's like, if you want him to graduate to the Justice League, fine. But like New 52, he was there from day one. It's like, no, you wiped away all those friendships he had with everyone in the Titans. It's like you slaughtered it.
DC is a mess. Like, this is what I mean. Like, trying to be like fake woke and diversity for diversity's sake, it'll just never work in your favor if it comes from a disingenuous place. And a lot of the stuff, it just Miles Morales included in a lot of stuff, disingenuous.
Well, and again, I have no problem. I mean, I trust Tom Taylor. I mean, now with John Kent's Superman coming out as bi, I mean, that's fine. But doesn't the timing seem a little disingenuous because Tim Drake just did it a month ago?
Where is editorial? Don't you think that's too much? Let one character have something for a while and then the other.
They should have waited till at least January for that. I mean, maybe the issue isn't coming till January. Do you think they just dropped the news too early?
That too, you have see, and that's another thing about modern comics. You have to stay in the news cycle. You have to have interest. But I'm burnt out on DC. I literally remember when the Outhousers used to have that day since DC's last mistake. I don't think we've ever got past one day, to be quite honest, in the last 10 years. There's always been something. And I have such fatigue. At
least not the last year or two now.
I said what I said. New 52, 2011, it's 2021. I said what I said.
Yeah. You're right. And I mean, we make the joke about Marvel bringing back all the 90s stuff, but at least they're just like trying to.
At least they know it works. Like, okay, like it kind of makes sense now for Ben. Like, we're getting up to the 60th year. There's nobody else that could really take a placeholder for him other than Ben Reilly. To take that break and come back and do build up to 900 and stuff. So for that, it makes sense.
And again, Ben Reilly can be gone tomorrow. I love the character, but he can be gone tomorrow. It's like, it just seems like with the bisexual thing now, again, a second character, hey, it almost seems like, hey, the first one got us a lot of headlines. Can you do that again?
Headlines, but not a lot of views. That was actually the least, I guess that didn't do so well, actually.
Yeah, but did you see this time? It's like, they're really not, they're kind of like trying to keep the John Kent part quiet. They're kind of like trying to say, Superman's coming out as bi. It's just,
of course. And a lot of people fell for that because they don't read the article. They just read the headlines.
Yeah.
So maybe that, you know what? I wonder if that's going to translate into the Superman show.
Oh yeah, with two. Well, they have two sons, so one of them.
Yeah, because they really didn't give the other kid a love interest per se. So I wonder if they've known about that and they're trying to. Because they do. That is the one thing they do incorporate some things like that, and it's the CW, so why not?
Yeah. Oh, CW. Yeah. I don't know.
I think that the Superman show would actually do it better than the comic book ever could, but that's just me.
True.
But yeah, I am Batman. I'm gonna have this taken off my pull list because I just don't care.
Oh,
I just don't care.
I know. I'm just like, I don't know.
I'd rather spend $4 on an indie book than buy this book again. No offense, John Ridley. Ridley. I love you, I do, but you got stuck with a lemon. I'm sorry.
He's a good writer. Like I said, I wonder just because it's Batman and again,
I smell editorial mandates for sure. Like I said, I get his like commentary on extremism, and I like it and I appreciate it. But at the same time, there's other characters that they could have given you that you would have served better.
Plus the series, like I said, I thought it was a mistake they premiered it during Fear State. So it's like, all of a sudden you open up in Fear State.
And the fact that it has to spin at a future state.
Yeah, that puts more
5G and all that. It's just, ugh.
Yeah. I'm sure that puts more restrictions on it too, because, and again, I don't think this Batman's going to be solving Fear State. So it's like, okay, you can have him doing stuff, but you really can't have him, solving the whole thing. It's like, well, shouldn't the first arc or two of a new character's book be him like solving the problem, whatever problem?
You would think.
I don't know.
Okay. Did you pick up Pennyworth number 3?
No, I did not.
Okay, no, seriously. So if you like the Pennyworth show or you're curious about the Pennyworth show, because it's based literally in that universe,
Mm-hmm.
This is a good way to kind of see if you like it, because it feels like, I don't know, I have to see if they're the actual writers on the show or not, but it definitely feels like an episode. Every issue has felt like it could be an episode within the show.
Oh, nice.
It's just like with a bigger budget, if you know what I mean, because it's comics, you can do what you want. Yeah. But yeah, you get really good character growth out of Alfred with every issue. So yeah, I am enjoying Pennyworth number 3. I am getting caught up on the show and stuff. So yeah, this is like a fun little thing, like, oh, watch an episode and then, oh, the issue's out, yay, kind of thing. So I like it. I think the art's great and the story is really cool because it is set in that universe. And you know what? That is the one thing I will say about DC. Their books that are like say whether it's Wonder Woman 77 or Batman 66, when they put those books in those worlds, they do a really good job of making sure that it actually like fits into that world. Mm-hmm. And it feels like an episode, and the world building's there and everything. So I think that's really cool.
I was about to say, if nothing else, I'll wait for the collection. But watch, I'll be out today. I'll be like, oh, I gotta get those. If I can find the first 3 issues, I gotta pick them up.
Yeah, if you liked Pennyworth, the first season, especially towards the end where they were ramping up the action, I think this is like kind of that perfect blend. Like I would, definitely read these before you like move on to season 2 of Pennyworth.
Okay, sounds good. All right. Did you read Batman: The Audio Adventures?
No, I didn't. See, I'm just like, I'm not sold on it.
I mean, it's cute. I mean, it's 80 pages, but I don't know if it was worth $10.
And you know why it was 80 pages? So they could charge $10.
Oh yeah, definitely. But again, it's like a one shot because I don't think they're even getting a, because he even says at the end it's like to be continued in the Batman
the actual
podcast. Yeah. I mean, I listened to the first 2 or 3 episodes of that. I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's not bad, but it's almost like, to me, it feels
Marvel was doing it, so they had to do it. It
feels like they're kind of trying to skirt the line between like modern Batman and 66 Batman. They're trying to be like an in between, You know
what happens when you do that, right? You know what you get, don't you?
What do we get?
The Brave and Bold era.
Oh, true.
Which some good stuff came out of it, but woo, it's a lot of schlock in that.
But it's just weird because it's like, because it's like, I don't know, Batman's been around for a few years, and I guess, he's been sticking to the shadows, but now he's about to become officially deputized by the GC.
Oh no, they're doing the deputized route. Oh no.
Yeah. I don't know about fully deputy, but at least it's official. He's going to be working with the GC.
Well, I guess if you don't want a bunch of mistrials, you kind of have to at that point. But
yeah, true. But again, like in the podcast, you get a bunch of Jack Ryder, like just going around introducing stuff. We get purple dress Catwoman.
Oh, okay. I'm surprised she doesn't look like Zoe Kravitz, but okay.
I know. But no, she goes in and she's like ripping off some. She breaks into this warehouse and rips off some gangsters and finds out they have Rupert Thorne's daughter. They're holding her for hostage. So Catwoman frees her, but then at the end of the story, because it's a bunch of short stories, she takes the girl and then calls Rupert and says, "I have your daughter. You could pay me
gimme. Yeah, gimme. I need that money." Classic Catwoman, though. I like that.
It was kind of cute. Because there's like I said, a bunch of short stories. There's a Riddler story. Because I guess he's an Arkham, but I guess they call in his like teenage sidekick because she's like the only one who can like talk him down off of stuff. And again, it's cute. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if this was a monthly thing. I don't think I'd read this as a monthly thing, but
I might just have to grab it just to have it in the collection. But yeah, I wasn't eager to.
But I mean, they do their takes on some of the rogues. Like I said, Riddler, Catwoman. There's a Two-Face story in here. But yeah, a lot. Trying to some of the writers. Yeah, Bobby Moynihan's on one of the stories. Heidi Gardner, who's on SNL right now, was writing with another story with someone in here. Ike Barinholtz. Yeah. So, like I said, the podcast, this issue just kind of smacks to me of like they're trying to like they're not grim gritty Batman, but they're not full on Batman 66. They're trying to like do an in between. So,
well, you know what you get for sitting down the middle of the fence, don't you?
oh, splinters.
Exactly. Something people have to learn.
All right, well, what should we get to next?
Did you read Harley Quinn, the animated series, the Eat, Bang, Kill tour number 2?
Oh, I meant to pick that up because I did get number 1 when it came out.
I like this because it's Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn on a Thelma and Louise style road trip, right? And they're going to see Catwoman in this particular issue. And then we also have another side story of Gordon looking for them. And he gets into a bit of a pickle. Won't spoil it because I think this book is actually, I was kind of on the fence about it. But like I read number 1 and then I got recommended number 2. So I was like, okay, go ahead and put it on the list, I guess. But like, yeah, because it's like the TV show kind of, has that humor that I like, where it's not all beaver.
Yeah, I read the first one. Yeah.
So yeah, I like their style, for sure. And then we got the trio basically. So I'm always here for the trio.
I mean, yeah, that's the other thing. If I go pick up Pennyworth, I'm gonna have to pick that up too. It was just such a big week between Marvel.
It was a huge week. I took literally 11 tangential Bat books.
I know, that's like last night we were talking comics with Charlie, man. I pulled all the Bat books out of my pal. My pal shrunk by half. I was like, oh my god.
You're like, these are my only Marvel books.
Well, no, DC has like there's a Superman and the Authority.
And then there was like Blue and Gold, and that's it.
Blue and Gold. There's like there's a few.
Oh, Strange Adventures was out this week.
Yes, the final issue. Yeah, that. Yeah.
Yeah, Wonder Woman was out, but it's the Adventures of Young Diana, so I don't really count that. And regular Wonder Woman was out too. So
yeah, regular Wonder Woman. I got it. I didn't even read it yet. Again, it was such a big release.
It's the end of the year too, so they're trying to get all the shekels they can because they know like right around like the middle of November is when people probably tend to cut back. So they're saving up for the Christmas gifts and putting all the money on the credit cards around about that time. So I get it. But yeah, I can't recommend this book enough. Like I said, it surprised me how good it is.
Oh yeah, like I said, I liked the first one. I need to pick up that.
Yeah, you recommended the first one because I was on the fence about it. So when I read it, now it's just like, oh, I don't know. What about number 2? He's like, you'll like it. My guy was like, yeah, you'll like it. The Joker. Number 8.
Yeah.
I think it's the second best Batman book next to the Batman and Scooby-Doo mysteries. I'll just put it to you that way.
Yeah, we kind of get the origin of Bane's daughter.
Yeah. So everybody has a daughter now, apparently. I would have preferred the Joker's daughter because it's the Joker, but I know we kind of botched that one. So we're not allowed to go back to that well for a while.
I don't know if they want to do that with Punchline around right now.
So. Exactly. Like I said, we kind of have screwed the pooch on that one. But the classic Joker's daughter origin story, I love. But it's more of a Nightwing story, to be honest.
What?
If you know, you know.
Oh, yeah. But no, the art was great. The story's great, but just we don't get the Joker in this issue.
Like I said, it's in name only. Yeah. I love it. They baited and switched this in the best way. Because I was like, I don't know if I want to buy a Joker book. Spoilers, it's not really a Joker book.
No, it's basically everyone's obsessed with the Joker. Is
it meta commentary?
Maybe.
Also, what kind of villain name is Bluebird? What are you, the X-Men's Jet?
That's a Blackbird.
I know.
But yeah, it's like you don't even see the Joker except in like, the daughter's fantasy. She's like, yeah, this is how I'd kill him.
Talk about bait and switch on that cover.
I'd bury him for a week and just sit there and then make sure he's dead. Then I'd dig him back up and burn them to ashes, and no one can,
Ugh.
no one will
The
know.
Punchline backup, I'm over Punchline. I'm not gonna defend Punchline anymore. She is boring.
Yeah, but it's like, I mean, we're really not doing anything. I know it's a backup, but it's like we've been in prison.
I told you she was supposed to have her own book, and now those issues are getting thrown in as backups in this book. So,
well, it's like the Joker problem again. I mean, this story is basically turned into a Harper Rose story and not a Punchline story. It's basically like, oh yeah, Punchline's the queen of the yard. Okay, well, what you doing? She's looking for us. Okay, and
I know I'm officially out on Punchline. No more defending her.
I know. I mean, again, Orca did. Is that her name? Orca did more than this in this story than Punchline's been doing.
But I did like the stuff outside of Punchline. So
yeah. Like I said, the main story was good. It just if you're coming for Joker, don't expect much Joker.
True. Although that could be a plus for other people. So I know I have Joker burnout. So
true. Bane had a test tube baby.
Vengeance.
But yeah, like I said, I do love the art. Like we get that Nightfall flashback.
Yeah, but I need the street level cop narrative to come back. I don't mind the action, but like I said, I was enjoying the Gordon growth that we were getting in this book. So
yeah,
I need to get back to that. I don't need this book to necessarily be a punch 'em up action, book. So,
and again, either here or like we're getting a Batgirl's book, aren't we? If Barbara's in that, I mean, we need to really get into this. Now he knows who Barbara is, so let's explore that.
He always knew, just like he knew Bruce was Batman. He just didn't say anything.
But now everyone knows he knows.
He knows that we know that I know that he knows that you know that we know.
All right. Did you read Future State Gotham #6?
Unfortunately.
I know. What's going on with this? Well.
It started off so freaking good, and here we are.
Well,
6 issues in.
Well, again, we have our new Batman in this too.
Stinking up the place, yeah.
I mean,
well, this Jason is a highlight.
Yeah. Since we don't have a Red Hood book at the moment.
Although Peacekeeper Red can suck it. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Yeah, can we replace this book with like a regular Red Hood book again?
What happened? Like that book was actually doing really good. Well, until they effed up the Dark Trinity. I mean, when are they gonna learn their lesson? When are they gonna learn their lesson?
I know, it's like they canceled it, so it's like, oh, wasn't the Selwyn? But it's like, now Jason.
Well, they got stuck into a narrative corner when they sent the other two away.
Exactly.
And people stopped reading. It's like that's not what we read this book for.
Exactly. I mean, they've changed it. I mean, they want to make him marketable now because remember before New 52, he was just bat crap crazy.
And also Warmonger, really? Marvel, come get your character. Come pick up your boy. Get your money. Come get your money. It's like peace, war. I get it. You're not clever. It's not funny. It's not cute.
And I guess we're running out of backups to do because this No, the black and white backup. This isn't one of those 90s ones. I think this was from that Batman black and white series from a couple of years ago. I'm like, I already read this a few months ago. Why are you giving it to me again?
Because not enough people saw it.
I guess. But
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, wait a minute. Did I time travel? Did I do too many mushrooms last night? What is going on?
I'm paying $3.99 for a black and white book. How about giving me some brand new black and white backups or something? Or
too much to ask.
I guess. Please, you're telling me you don't have 50 people banging down your door to write a Batman something or other? Come on.
Maybe not.
No.
With the AT&T situation, the way that it is and the way that they've been treating everybody, specifically in DC Comics and at every level of DC Comics, I wouldn't want to go work for DC.
Oh yeah, I mean they've damaged the brand. Don't get me wrong, but it's like if you're an up and coming writer and you want some like attention,
you'll be better off at IDW or someplace.
Oh really?
At this point, everybody kind of knows that, like all the pros are jumping ship to do Substack and stuff like that, and there's a reason. The the comic book community is actually really small, and they tend to try to look out for each other. So I don't think anybody's banging on the door to work at DC right now.
But
no matter how bad you might want to get your name on a Batman or Superman book, it's not going to happen because Bendis has kind of ruined the Superman brand, and you know.
Yeah. I know. I'll make a character bisexual.
Well, and there's nothing wrong with that, but if you're doing it just for the shock of it, shame on you.
Oh, yeah.
But if you're doing it out of a place of like, hey, I really feel like that's what this character has been coded as for a while, and nobody's had the balls to pardon my French, to pull the trigger on that, then that's one thing. But I definitely felt like this was a cash grab, make some news headlines kind of thing, much like Tim Drake. Although I will say for Tim, I always had certain vibes about him.
Whoa.
So it's just like, oh, there's a couple of stories that raise your eyebrow.
I know. I mean, I have no problem with either character coming out as bi, but it just seems like within a month of each other.
Yeah, that the Superman thing is definitely a cash grab. Headlines, buzz.
Oh yeah,
it's kind of gross when you think about it. I hope they have a meaningful story. I hope that I'm wrong and it's actually a meaningful story, well thought out story, for people who are bisexual to feel welcome and seen. But I don't think so.
I think it's just, Tom Taylor probably thought this out, has like a really deep story to tell, but it's like, whoever puts out the articles or whatever is just like, oh, what's the headline? Superman's bi.
Exactly.
Because the book is Superman, titled Superman, Son of Kal-El. So
exactly. People can't even read past the colon these days. Jeez. Hey,
yeah.
Shame on us. Shame on us.
We both did it.
But yeah, Future State, I'm taking it. How many more issues of this do we have?
I don't know.
Is this the last one? Please be the last one.
Is there an end date on this? I don't know. Is it one of the
Future State's supposed to be done next year though, right?
I think so. Isn't it done after Tynan's gone? I don't know.
Yeah, it has to be. So
I'm like,
maybe by Christmas we'll have a clean slate. I don't know.
I'm always like, oh, they're going to publish it until it becomes not worth it, monetarily. But I'm like, haven't we passed that point already?
That's what I was thinking.
At least this book.
Yeah, this one I'm done with. This is the last one that I'll read.
I mean,
I pay for it at least.
I've never seen anybody talking about this book.
Okay, I thought I was just on the wrong side of Twitter, but yeah, I'd never seen it.
Yeah, no, never. And it's Batman. I never seen anyone talking about this thing. I since issue 1, I don't think I've ever seen anyone talk about this book.
And I like the first up to like the issue 3 is where it got iffy, and now I'm just definitely sure that it's not worth my time anymore.
I mean, and they're just doing it. They to put out another Bat book because you're not seeing Future State Metropolis. You're not seeing this.
Future State friggin' Central City.
Yeah, exactly. You're not seeing this from any other character except Batman.
That's hilarious.
This is a cash grab.
Next year they're gonna be like, "Hey man, we forgot to put these out here." Future State Metropolis.
Oh yeah, I meant to look. I don't know if it's going to be an oversized issue, but Flash 775 comes out on Wednesday.
Of course it is.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll probably be oversized.
It's 2021. Yes, it will be.
That's all right. It's Wally West.
It's Wally. So probably not. They'll probably forget.
I'm just saying, if it is oversized, I'll have no problem with that because it's Wally. So.
But I'm just saying, it's like, oh, it's Wally. He's the redheaded stepchild. We forgot. We forgot to cash in on that.
Oh my. All right.
Oh, let's go to a better book. Batman Urban Legends number 8. Love the cover, by the way.
Oh, the Batwoman cover, yeah. Heck yeah.
$8. Just in case you don't know, just gonna throw that out there. And I think it's worth every penny. It has been for every issue that I've picked up so
again,
far.
It's another oversized issue, yeah.
I hate that it's another Fear State tie-in because this book doesn't need that.
Yeah.
But Red Alice. Hot damn.
Yep, and we even get Cass in this storyline too.
I know. I'm like, okay. You see what the girlies want? Okay.
And we got a Batgirls book coming out soon, so.
Yeah, and that's the thing about this book. Like, I didn't think it would ever lead into anything, but it does. And I think that that's really cool. It gives you a little taste, and you're like, I like that. And they're like, well, we got good news for you. There's more.
Yeah, no, it's a good story. Like you say, you get Batwoman, get Alice, you get Cassandra as Batgirl. Oh, part 1 of a 2-part story. And we get a female writer.
This isn't green. I don't know why it's showing up like that. Sorry.
Blame it on the
It's Boss Water. Sponsor me. Sponsor us, Boss. Please. It's so expensive.
We still never got that bang.
I know. That's why I stopped mentioning them.
If
you hadn't noticed.
I know. But no, yeah, that story was good. And then what did you think of the Professor Pig story?
I like Professor Pig. We need more Professor Pig.
Yeah, man, gives you like horror vibes.
Exactly. And honestly, if it's a tie into a Batman book, we should be feeding into the gothic and macabre. I'm just saying.
I mean, they really should turn into that skit and like do like a slasher thing with Pig. Yeah.
I've been waiting.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if like the second Bat-Pat movie had Professor Pig in it. Because that's the vibes that movie's giving me, and I hope I'm right, because I think that's the right way to go with that.
Yeah. All right, kids, watch Little Hellfire's mood turn on a dime. Then we got an Azrael story.
Did we?
So,
I mean, no shade to the writer, but it's like, who the hell asked you for this story? You know, good goddamn well nobody asked you for an Azrael story.
Well, or did someone ask them for this? Because are they trying to make Azrael a thing again? Maybe?
Azrael will never be a thing. He was never even a thing when he was a thing. We had to name the book Shadow of the Bat, Agent of the Bat. Come on.
Hey, man, the thing lasted 100 issues, Little Hellfire.
Oh, big whoop. Try doing that now. Anything could last 100 issues back then. Anything.
And who wrote every single one? Denny.
Exactly. I'm just saying. I'm not saying anything, but I'm just saying.
Who was in control of that bat line at the time, Denny?
No executive oversight. That was a black-funded project, I tell you. He used the damn petty cash money to get that book off the ground.
How can you justify this book, Dennis O'Neil? Well, you know.
I'm the editor, and I say we need it.
It's another issue to put out during crossovers. Okay.
You know what? That's exactly how he sold it.
Contagion. It's like Catwoman. It's another thing to put in Robin. It's like another issue to put out when we have a crossover.
That's hilarious because I guarantee you that's how they pitched it.
Okay, and then the last story. What did you think of this Outsider story with like the time traveling Black Lightning as Lightning?
Oh, at least they remember Black Lightning was a thing, and he was a part of the Outsiders. Is the nicest thing I can say about it.
I know, but
I can see who this is for, though. It wasn't for me necessarily. And that's the thing that I like, that it's an anthology. So if a certain story isn't necessarily your cup of tea, that's okay, because there's plenty of other good stories within it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was okay, but I see, like, we just lost Black Lightning as a TV show, and it did kind of spark a profile. So I get why they wrote this story.
I mean, I'm here for this team. I just don't know about the time travel thing, especially with it's around like Future State and stuff.
Well, it has to be. That's the way that I saw it, because it is tied to Future State. It has to kind of be time travel, because they don't want to make it permanent if they do spin something out of that. You know what I mean?
Oh, is this the way we get rid of Future State? Be like, okay, we changed the future.
Like I told you, Future State is going to be solved by time travel. We just had this conversation.
I know. But I mean, it's official that we're using time travel to fix future.
I'm pretty sure. Either that, or we're going to do another convergence and crack open the universes again. I don't know. Those are our only two options at that point.
It's like, don't worry, kids. By the end of the year, we're going to un-F the Dido.
We're going to put Magistrate in a pocket universe. With no walls. He can't punch his way out of Superboy.
Punch. All right. What
got down to Batman the Imposter, Batman 89 number 3, and of course I'm just gonna go ahead and, before we get into either one of those, just pitch the Batman and Scooby-Doo Mysteries number 7. It was really super cute, and even if you don't normally read it, but if you're a Scooby fan, this is so cute because it's Daphne and Scooby, and Ace the Bat Hound is in this book. So, and we mentioned butler parties. So,
oh, that's right.
And the artwork is so cute.
Yeah, so we did talk about that a little bit on
the capes.
Picks
So, yeah.
231. So yeah.
If you want to hear the full thing about it, go ahead.
Hear Charlie's thoughts on that. You know, even though he didn't read it. All right, what do we want to do? The imposter or 89 first?
Yeah, you know what? Let's do the imposter because I don't. What is this book?
Well, it's a Black Label book.
Again, what is this book?
I know. Well, it's basically, you know,
it's only $6 to be fair for it to be a Black Label book. So
yeah, but it's like a limited series though. It's not like it's a one and done either. So did they? I don't know. Did they get complaints? Because remember Batman Dan was like the bigger size issues.
Yeah, nobody likes that.
Okay, they were like, nah,
it messes up. Then you have to buy special long box. It's a whole thing.
Yeah,
and for what? Batman stuffed cock on a cover? No thanks.
Whoa!
I mean, cock-a-doodle-doo. My fault.
Batarang. But yeah, I mean, so this is again out of context.
So I can totally tell that Mattson Tomlin was a screenwriter and a director, just the way that the story flowed. So if you don't know, he is. He's kind of like an indie guy too. So, and he does a lot of horror as well. So I guess they thought this would be a good fit for the Batman line, and it's okay, but it's weird.
Yeah, it's definitely out of continuity. I mean, we get a Black Leslie Tompkins, and I guess they're doing stuff with Wesker. You know, well, the son would have been the ventriloquist. So
yeah.
And on the back of this, it says Batman's only been Batman for like a year or so. But I thought that didn't they make a reference inside the story of like 3 years or something?
Well, maybe he was training for 2 years, and
maybe
he finally has put on the suit and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I mean, at least one of the, they go all Sopranos. Leslie's like, I'll tell everyone who you are unless you come back here every morning and you talk to me about,
Yeah.
You don't like that?
No.
I mean, in the real world, it might make sense, but I don't.
Like I said, this is a whole new Gotham created by these two people. Andre Sorrentino is doing the art, also known for a lot of horror stuff as well. So they're creating, like I said, when it comes to Gotham, I do appreciate when they lean into the macabre and the gothic and the dangerous and the pulp of it all, and the mobster. You definitely feel like this just radiates a mobster story. So
yeah,
I get where they're going, but I don't know that I want to pay $6 for that. So.
Yeah, because people aren't sure about Batman, and some like him, some dope. Then all of a sudden, an imposter shows up and starts killing killing criminals. So,
like, I'd like it better if the imposter was the good guy. I'm just saying that's the twist.
Who knows? We don't know who the imposter is. It could be. Who knows?
Touche. Oh, did I just ruin the plot?
I mean, again, it's out of continuity. It could be Batman with some kind of.
Again, is Batman even allowed to kill if Snyder didn't come up with it?
I don't know. It's some kind of dissociative identity disorder or something.
Oh, Moon Knight. Oh, capitalize on that Moon Knight fandom. There you go. Like, well, I heard you like guys with DID. We got one on our Black Label.
Can you imagine if we could go to Ray and say, "Hey, we got a Batman story, out of continuity where he has DID. You should read this."
He's so on Marvel's behalf. He'd be the first one. A cease and desist letter.
I know he'd read it. He'd be like, "Oh, it was pretty good, but
too good. Let me sue them."
He's just trying to rip off Moon Knight.
What the F?
Yeah, this is a weird book. Black Label books have been getting worse and worse with their concepts, in my personal opinion. I'm like, this is not actually what I buy Black Label books for. I buy it for the boobies.
I know. It's like, I mean, give me
blood, guts, and gore, but honestly, I just come for the boobies. So you can do more of that.
A lot of the violence doesn't seem like it's been here, and especially not nudity.
No violence. It's more violent than the mainstream book.
Well, I mean, I think it seems like the most they give you is like the language. It's like you're doing black language for like, like you said, it's like go full out.
It's like, I'll watch Harley Quinn, the animated series on HBO Max. It's the same thing at that point.
Yeah, true. But it's like, I mean, look at the headlines they got for Batman's dong. It's like, you could do those like Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy scenes. Redeem Bruce Wayne. You can have him going down. Come on. You don't have to get in graphic detail, but you could show a head in front of something. Come on.
Or just wiping his mouth.
Oh! Exactly.
Yeah, like I said, this book is weird. It's for somebody.
Yeah.
But that's not what I buy my Black Label books for.
If you're doing a mature book, it's like steer into the skin, steer into it.
They know what we come to the Black Label for. And they're playing. They better have some damn boobies in the next issue. I'll give it the next issue.
It's a giant sized man thing.
No, I said boobies.
I have no problem with that.
We all saw how Batman Damned went. We all know he uses a tube sock. We all know.
I mean, think about it. Yeah, look at the headlines Batman got. I mean, you get like a naked Catwoman or Harley or something. Imagine those headlines.
Look at my butt. I mean, if we're going to be exploitative, then let's be old-fashioned exploitative.
Hey, equal opportunity. I mean, if you're going to do naked, do men and women. It's like, do it up.
Exactly. But yeah, like I said, it's got one more issue, and then I'm going to find an indie book to give that $6 to.
It's going to go in the pile. It's going to go in the burn pile with Future State God.
I would never burn a comic book because I would never burn a book, period. Literature is literature. But let's just say it'll go in the long box that's furthest in the back of the storage unit. Put it to you that way. The never read again long box.
I know. Do you think the problem is that, again, there's so many bad books that it's like...
I mean, honestly, why do Black Label books need to even have... I think it should be a rule. We don't need any Batman Black Label books. Let's do something different. That's what it's there for. Remember when Vertigo used to be the fun, quirky thing? Like, let's get back to that.
But I just don't think they
Let's get a Constantine Black Label book.
I just don't think they want those headlines. It's like, oh, my son picked up a Batman book and there's the F word and naked people and...
Well, you should be more careful about what your kid's reading.
Exactly. But again, I think that's what Black Label's for, so they can say, hey, it says 17 plus on there, mature and...
At that point, you're the bad parent.
Exactly. The warning labels are there.
Okay, let's get into Batman 89 number 3. I am absolutely loving this book.
Yeah.
As I mentioned before, I do like when they go into those pre-established worlds and spend like comic books setting that world out. They do such a great job with it.
Oh, yeah. Especially, we see Harvey Dent get his...
Poor kid's name is Sam Ham, though. He had to be a comic book writer at that point.
Maybe it's an alias Lilith Hellfire.
I think it is. But it's cute. Well, it's Ham with 2 M's, so it's fine. But
it's probably like Sam Haim or something. But everyone's just like, Sam Ham.
Ham.
People call me Ham. I don't care. But yeah, no, this is I'm here for this. Too bad it's only 6 issues, but I'm sure if it sells,
maybe that's what they said about Batman 66, and they ended up giving it more. Yeah. So
I was gonna say, if it sells well enough, I'm sure they'll probably do the whole series of miniseries.
What is this? The 90s?
Venom. And again, I guess this takes place after Batman Returns because, he mentioned Selina and Alfred still has the cat.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, I'm here for the whole world. I like those movies. So,
yeah, I that movie could have been so different.
Oh yeah. If they had done the Burton's third one, yeah.
Although, in light of everybody trying to cancel Tim Burton, maybe it's best that they didn't do the third movie. And then it's like maybe that's why Quincy Jones they asked him to not And everything becomes so clear, honestly. Time will definitely give you clarity, for sure.
So what did you think of the version of Robin in this?
Yikes. I'm glad we didn't do that. I mean, it's fun in the story, but like seeing, like, to think about like the translation for on screen.
It's like, well, again, it wasn't going to be Marlon Wayans. It's again, it would have been a Chris O'Donnell situation. You would have been like,
you're too old.
Yeah, why does he have a 25-year-old Robin? Yeah, you know.
It's like, look, I let it go in Batman 66. Okay, I'm not ever doing that again.
But again, I think when Batman 66 started, I think Burt Ward was at least like 19, or he was still at least.
Oh my God! No offense, Philip, but he aged like milk.
Again, it was the 60s, Lilith. They were smoking cigarettes to stay healthy. Come on.
At 10, apparently.
Oh, and I think too, they supposedly the stories, man. I think Burt Ward was getting the ladies left and right. So dehydration, shall we say?
Oh, to be a fly on that wall.
I think between him and Adam West, man, I think.
Let me just tell you, Adam West absolutely could have got it.
Oh my!
Have you seen a young Adam West?
Oh my!
He's over 6 foot tall, ladies. He was over 6 foot tall, ladies. I repeat, over 6 foot tall.
Oh my! I didn't know this.
Good and wet. Philip, this isn't the Patreon.
I didn't say what.
Anywho, I think this is a very well done book. I'm glad that Sam got to see his realization of his script one way or the other. I always love that for creatives when they get their idea struck down, that they find a way to make the director's cut happen, as it were.
And again, I'm glad we're getting like the Billy D. Williams Two-Face. I mean, if we can keep
that is such a missed opportunity, honestly. That would have been so good. No offense to Tommy Jones. I love Tommy Jones, but
I know, but it's bold. They didn't give him a good script either, though.
But like I think he's the original Jason Momoa. He's the same guy in everything.
Yeah, true.
I don't mean that in any way. That's just him.
And he didn't get his own thing to shine, man. He had to share it with Jim Carrey too. So,
which totally stole the show, for better or for worse.
Yeah. But no, yeah, I'm glad they're doing this version of Two-Face. And
although Eddie Murphy was supposed to do that role.
Which role?
The Riddler.
Oh, really?
Supposedly, that's been a long-standing rumor.
I mean, it would have been it still would have been crazy, but it would have been maybe a little toned down from Jim.
They were like, no, you cannot have a fat suit. And 3 little minions where you play them yourselves. No. I think that's how that conversation went.
Oh yeah, if they weren't going to do what he wanted to do, I mean, didn't he have?
Yeah, because he's Eddie Murphy.
Like, yeah, got 20 other movies, kid. Moving on. But no, yeah, like I said, I'm loving this. I love the Two-Face, but if we can stay in this world, I'd love to see like this world's version of like Scarecrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will see Michael Keaton Batman versus Scarecrow.
So I think this book is selling pretty well. So I think, even though I think it's like 6 stories, we're getting 3 more.
Yeah.
So I think that we might take a break and come back to this world, because that's kind of what happened with Batman 66 and Wonder Woman 77 got additional orders. So I think it's a good trend that happened, and people are having really great reception critically and commercially. So we'll see.
I know in my store, I mean, yeah, definitely more people ordered this than the Superman 78.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I mean, we have the Donner cuts and stuff. We don't actually need to go back to that world specifically. Like, the world's in a really bad place. It's not time for classic, cinematic Superman. It's just not.
Yeah. Again, I don't think they has many loose ends to tie up as like.
Exactly. Like I said, we have the Donner cut. That's all you need.
Yeah. And this was one of the biggest ones, Billy D. Williams. I mean, once you
there's not a lot of missed opportunities in the actual. Well, I mean, unless you count Nicolas Cage's Superman with Kevin Smith writing the script, thank God we dodged that bullet. I think that's the only like missed opportunity that people might want to see explored when it comes to Superman. So yeah, I think that's all the Bat books that we need to talk about.
Oh, is that all? I mean, I think there were more hits than misses this week.
Oh yeah, they're all good for the most part.
I mean,
just,
usually
it's a sheer amount that's just such a turnoff.
I know. Well, guess they're like,
fatigue,
hey,
man. Superhero fatigue is gonna set in, and DC is gonna be in a world of hurt.
I know, man.
Because all they have are the comic books. I mean, that Arrowverse. Well, I guess that's why they did it with the HBO Max stuff. But really, I'm not gonna watch a Peacemaker show. I'm not gonna watch a Riddler prequel. I already watched 5 seasons of Gotham.
Penguin prequel. Yeah, what, like Peacemaker, really?
Well, it's John Cena.
I know, I guess they're because I'm like, I've been reading comics for over 30 years and I barely know Peacemaker. I'm like, come on.
I mean, and honestly, with the whole kerfuffle behind John Cena, I'm surprised they're doing a series with him. But then again, Warner Brothers loves to make bad decisions with both people in front of the screen and behind the screen, so I can believe it. And no shade to John Cena. You know, if you know, you know. It didn't bother me too much, but you know, in this world of hyperbole, I'm surprised.
So I just wonder if going forward, if they're like just trying to spin one series out of every movie, because that he'll
and it's a limited series, you know. It's not like who's to say that a season 2 is guaranteed. Nobody might watch it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, are we gonna spin something?
We're getting a Wonder Woman 3 too, by the way, and I'm absolutely utterly shocked that we're getting a Wonder Woman 3.
Really?
I don't think Patty, and it's supposed to be Patty coming back, but once she gets a taste of working with Marvel and Disney money, she ain't coming back. I didn't even think they had her under contract for a 3rd movie.
What's she working on at Marvel?
That stupid Star Wars thing.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah,
it's all Disney money.
Like it's all professional. Oh yeah, I told Charlie yesterday. Did you see? I guess they announced when Hawkeye premieres, they're going to do the first 2 episodes.
2 episodes. Yep.
Yeah, because yeah,
we were wondering how that. We're like, wait a minute, if that does that, and then this.
Well, you know,
the math ain't math.
We know what they said. So Hawkeye will win the week of Christmas, and then that last week of the year, Book of Boba Fett starts. So
yeah, that's what I was like. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, Disney doesn't overlap like you HBO Max, man. Like one series, then you start to, because right now Titans and
you got to keep that monthly subscription going, baby.
I know, it's like, I don't know what you're doing, HBO Max. Titans and Doom Patrol are both on right now. So like once they're both done, like, what's okay? Where's the new stuff? I thought you were trying to copy Disney. Warner's, come on.
Like I said, that company's a mess.
I know.
From the executive level, that's hard to fix.
All right, are we done?
Definitely done.
All right.
Stay tuned for more Armageddon.
Oh, that's right, kids. Armageddon 2001 continues. Part 3 will be back on Comic Capers. Episode 121 with the JLA annual, the Action Comics annual, the Flash annual, and Hawk World annual. I know that's what the one Loth was waiting for, Hawk World. Like I said, part 4 will be on Nightwing News, episode 118. Of course, that'll be the Titans annual. And then part 5 will be back here on We Are the Night, the best podcast. Episode.
Listen, man, the 90s were a different time. I that's all I can tell you.
But it'll be episode 52. So yes, it will not be next episode, because next episode, for our 50th episode, we'll be covering The Dark Knight Returns. That's right.
Okay, kids, join us with your alcohol if you're of age.
Yes, prepare for a very drunken Lilith Hellfire to join me to review The Dark Knight Returns. Love it, hate it, you know it, kids. So send your thoughts. Come on, kids, send your thoughts. Email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-27.
Ray hates the Batman so much that he might actually like this story.
I was going to say, Ray, this might be your chance to poo-poo on the Batman. Yes. Frank Miller. Goddamn Frank Miller.
Imagine hating comic books so much and you still write them. Just imagine.
I don't know if does he hate him? I mean, I just think that's Frank Miller, you know. He has a certain view of women. He has a certain view of the world in general. That's all I'll say. Anyway, so yeah, email, call us.
Well, if you and Kristen can do that episode of Nightwing News, I can get through this one. It'll be fine.
I was gonna say, you get 4 issues of Frank Miller. I gave Kristen got the whole full 10 Lilith Hellfire.
I know. Hey-oh.
Oh, spread that rumor around. All right, kids. So, And again, keep up to date on all the Batman news. Follow We Are the Night on Facebook, on Twitter. Find links to all the social medias for all the shows we do, and including any upcoming project we might have in the works. Again, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And again, most importantly, there's a link. Subscribe to the Patreon. Once again, yes, we're out here on our own. We're all paying for this on our own. So yes, any contribution could help. Yes, again, thank you to our patrons, Ray and Justin. Every little bit helps. Or if you just want to do a one-time thing, go pick up some Capes and Lunatics merch, t-shirts, cups, phone cases, and more coming soon. So
Tank tops.
send it through. I know you're sending one to Ray. Anyway, so hey man, Christmas. That'll be a good Christmas gift for Ray. It's hot down there in this time down there, man. He says if it's nice out, they barbecue outside at Christmas.
I can relate.
Can
I'm in Florida. I can relate.
The bottom of the planet, Australia and Florida. All right, kids. So yes, find links to all of that all in one place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. All right, Lilith Hellfire. Where can people find you and talk this crazy world?
Oh, if you nerds want to hang out with me on the interwebs discussing all things DC related, especially Batman, poo-pooing on the Batman like your name's Frank Miller, you can find me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire, on Instagram at Lilith Hellfire69, and of course on the TikTok at Lilith Hellfire69.
It doesn't feel right, bro. The nut jar.
I don't even know where that. I don't understand that reference.
How hard is it? Hey, some women pay good money for that in Florida.
As she would know. So yes, thank you for joining us. Come back in 1 week for The Dark Knight Returns.
Frank Miller, Lilith Hellfire to battle alcohol. What could go wrong?
That episode 51, a detective comic story from 777 through 783. It's a good one. Lots of rogues in it. And then come back for episode 52, Armageddon. Fresh Lilith Hellfire story.
I have no soul. It's fine.
She's like, joke's on you. I sold that thing years ago. Sold her soul to get that third car, kid.
Should have held out for a corgi, but it's fine.
Her Batcave is full of comics and cars, kid. All right, kids. So yes, come back next time for the big one. Hail. Same bat time.
Same bat channel.
We are the Knights.
The Batman podcast.
We're also time travel, but it wouldn't fit on a t-shirt. Good night.